Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now in today's video, we finally have here the first PvP showcase with the brand new Scent of Spring Elaine. Now, I'm honestly really excited to try out this unit. Unfortunately, I don't quite have the materials to make a Holy Relic as of yet. Of course, we will try and get those as soon as possible. Pretty much the second this video is done, I'm going to go ahead and do my dear stuff, get those all sorted. But, you know, as you see here, we have her full level 90. If you guys haven't seen the summon video, I'd highly recommend go checking it out. And we're keeping her SSR gear for the time being. They are still pretty good rolls, but I don't know. I'll see how she goes. I do definitely want to see how much she'll scale, just because she isn't really going to be one of those units that's going to be doing a whole bunch of damage or like tanking a whole bunch of hits herself. So I definitely like to see how she fares without it and with the UR gear, just so, you know, I can kind of, you know, maybe I can incentivize actually going ahead and getting the UR gear for her and whatnot. But these are what her costumes look like. Unfortunately, for some reason why, it's just not letting me buy gems in the game. So the second that gets fixed, I will go ahead and actually purchase all of these costumes, and I'll of course have the materials to buy the Holy Relic, which is really unfortunate. I mean, we aren't using the OG Festival King, so it's not a huge thing that we're missing out on it. The Holy Relic increases all enemies' damage taken by 30% whilst they have the shock debuff, and that basically ties into her passive, which if we go over here, the passive at the beginning of Alice's turn applies flower petals of the sacred tree to all enemies for 1 turn. Enemies with this effect take 30% more damage and are affected by shock for 1 turn when attacked by fairy heroes. So honestly, not too bad a passive in all honesty. Let's have a quick look at her skills here. The first one inflicts damage equal to 250% of attack on all enemies, disables buff and debuff skills for 2 turns. I could imagine, okay, so no, still disables the buff cards at 1 star, so it's honestly really nice. The second card here, increase HP related stats of all allies by 15% for 3 turns, and when attacked, instantly recovers 40% of damage taken. Honestly, the fact that that's instantly recovers could be really, really good, maybe even stronger than the Barn card, even though the multipliers are just a little bit lower. And finally, the ultimate here, inflicts damage equal to 420% of attack on all enemies, and releases 100%. So obviously, the release effect tying in with the OG King heaps, deals additional damage using remaining damage in shock, poison, and bleed effects. So once again, I'm going to get the OG King's Holy Relic as well. Really excited to try those out on a team together, but just whilst we don't have any of those kind of units, I'm of course going to be using alongside the King and alongside the Key, obviously Zeldris in the back pretty much any time you're using a debuff team. This man is just the GOAT. I mean, if you haven't invested in the Festicution of Zeldris, I would highly recommend doing so. But I mean, yeah, let's jump right into it. Here we go, and let's see it. I mean, quite a scary team. I'm definitely glad, you know, we ended up going first on this one. That could have been absolutely terrible if otherwise. I mean, let's see. If we could actually... If we could go ahead and kill anyone in this first turn, that'd be absolutely amazing. Let's see what we can do. I mean, I'm glad we got the merger on the King there. Going to be... I mean, I didn't actually see the CC. Surely this guy is just missing gear on his Ludo, right? There's no way we're actually doing that much damage. I'm gonna have to go back and check that. That does not seem right. Okay, well, I mean, Gotha remains, but at that point, there's not much you can really do. We're definitely going to have to, when we actually end up getting the Holy Relic for this lane, we are going to have to try this out with the Holy Relic Halberd as well. But that with the buff card is going to be absurd, the damage we're going to be able to put out. Jeez. Hold on, there's no way. Right after this match, I'm going back and checking what his CC was, because that is actually ridiculous. But I mean, we will at least get out another turn here. Really hoping we can manage to get the Elaine off in this video, but let's see. Can we kill Eska in this one turn here? I mean, King is definitely looking more impressive, don't get me wrong. Like, we do have the ignites and all that other kind of stuff, but... Can the Elaine card kill here as well? Please? I mean, we do have the shock effect, so it might end up killing as the turn ticks over. That's right, he survives. Let's get on to the next opponent. I mean, he was still sitting around that 270 mark. Here we go, this will be quite a bit more of a tanky team. 300,000 on the Barn team is really, really good. Definitely a real player, but that means probably using the HP food. Let's see here. What kind of... in saying that, we're probably not going to take any damage this first turn. He's probably just going to spam all of his stance cards. I feel like this is definitely the play here. Let's just go for those 3 there. I probably should have actually... No, never mind. There's no way he actually has evasion food with that kind of CC. So we'll throw those out. Get the Elaine card out. I mean, you know, it's obviously going to disable the card, so we can't use the gift card, but as long as we can keep that locked, you know, we kind of stop his regeneration and we can actually, you know, keep spamming out these cards, get some pretty good damage. Once Kyo actually reaches max ignites, he could start to get a little bit of a roll on. Let's see. Yeah, no, the Terry team is just... That's funny. I say the Terry team because, like, at this point, he is so powerful. Like, he's near that point of Barna. Just, like, the synergy between these three units works so well. It's like, you don't even have to have Trader Meliodas or King. Like, if you have these units, you're going to be just fine. Granted, Terry is a fairly exclusive character, but... Let's see, does he actually have the Holy Relic? I think I can see the Holy Relic rather, yeah. Let's go 1, 2, and... Yeah, why not? We'll throw out the Kyo single target. Hopefully that can actually end up proccing the... I believe it's the 50%. We might actually be able to proc it with King instead. There we go. 10 replies before the shield. That's right, I'd much rather actually have the shield in that case. Probably help us tank against some of the Heart Crusher cards. Oh no, Kyo was just shy. Oh. As if, okay, yeah, no. Arthur goes back to full HP. What a bummer, man. I mean, ideal scenario, we get an extra King card and we could merge and rush the ultimate. That's alright, though. I would really like to have, like, just a little bit of ult control in this team. I believe only the 2 and 3 star cards disable debuff cards. I mean, yeah, we're not really taking any damage, but that's the thing with the Barn team. Like, you aren't really going to take damage. You're just going to end up rushing ultimate and you're going to die. I mean, he dropped the Taunt this turn, so he should be able to go like this. Yeah, I'm really hoping that actually ends up killing. The King has definitely gotten wider strong. Oh, geez. Yeah, we aren't doing much there. Please, Kyo, finish this off. Oh, man, I'm going to be so disappointed if he doesn't get the kill here. Okay, sweet, yeah. Kyo wraps up on. Okay, so that ended up working perfectly for us. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Terry is definitely getting some good damage off of his counter, but we should be fine there. We could definitely lose someone, especially if he has quite a few ult levels in his Excalibur Arthur. Not like the strongest ultimate in the world, but definitely good to have the CC for the character. He's a fairly common character on most banners, and once again, it can still, you know, especially type advantage of one-tap some units, and with the unit as squishy as Kyo, I feel like he's going to get the one-tap here. We'll have Executioner come to the front. Although I am saying, like, I would really like the Elaine cards out of my hand. Never mind, didn't get the crit. Oh yeah, he actually... Yeah, no, that Elaine buff card is really strong. And we get the forfeit against the Barn team, wow. But I mean, like, honestly, if we could get, let's say, like a Festival Gloxinia where it's like based around like the Droll tournament kind of time, and they're wrapped around the Tentacle, you know, you could put a third fairy character in this slot and let's say, who knows, maybe they get... Oh, actually, I might actually go ahead instead. Yeah, this is definitely a scary first turn. This team here is going to be really tough to get through, especially if we can't get like a King Ultimate, but if we had like a Festival Gloxinia with like not even damage reduction, but like kind of like what we have, because I'm just trying to think like something with like damage reduction or just to make that Elaine card just get so much more value. Like the fact that we survived the ultimate, and even at level 1, like you end up getting a pretty decent amount back, kind of like what you'd get from like a Tarmiel, which like I'm pretty sure we have the Tarmiel on our Elaine instead. We have the Esker association on Kyo, so not getting any King cards here is really going to hurt us as well. Ideally, we just want to try and kill the Moleskula, kind of stop her passive. I mean, it doesn't really seem like he's built like the full lifesteal set, just because, you know, he did take quite a bit of... I mean, even Melee took quite a bit of damage there. Let's see, let's go 1, 2, and 3. Just going to kind of do this to maximize card draw. The turn 2, or turn 2 at the end ultimate from here. Definitely not good, but like, yeah, look at Moleskula there. She's taking way too much damage, and like, guy gave us the emote at the front, so, or like right off the bat, should I say. Please don't give me more Kyo cards. I know the main has like insanely increased card rates, but this is ridiculous. Okay, well, yeah, no, we get hit by the Pierce card. Hopefully we can survive the DN ultimate and we can see that card come into effect. I mean, granted, once again, it is a level 1, so, but I'm not going to see anything too crazy, but I would definitely like to actually get a meta where like it is solely revolved around like a full kind of fairies team. Gets the ultimate reduction then. That's going to do quite a bit with the pulverize effect. I actually haven't seen the card in for the free-to-play costume. And we just get completely one-tapped. Damn, that's unfortunate to say the least. But I mean, surely we can wrap up these last two with some easy wins. Coming up against the Chandler King. I mean, Chandler is another character like Terry who I find just a little bit annoying. Can actually go for the turn 1 ult here on King. I mean, he doesn't really have any ult control. He can use the block skill effect. I might actually see if I can just go ahead and do this with the actual like damage buff we get from Elaine. This should be really, really good. Oh my god. Like 290,000 CC he was at. And his king just dies turn 1. Surely not, right? Like, we really need to... Definitely need to hurry up and grind this Holy Relic out so we can use them alongside Helgrim. That would be insane. Like, I know we are still getting quite a bit of a damage boost with the actual ignites there, but with the buff and the extra, like, increased the fairy stats, like, he is going to be good, that's for sure. And, like, you know, King still could easily become the best unit in the game. Granted, like, he only needs that tiny bit more support. Might just go ahead and chuck out the ultimate instead. Like, if we go ahead and throw out even like a level 1 card, I feel like Chandler and Kyo are both going to end up dying, so we'll go for this, play it safe. Still not the 1,000,000 damage you do really need to get. Like, there are a couple buffs removed, or a couple debuffs removed from yourself, or even just like throw out the card beforehand in order to hit that 1,000,000 attack stats. A little hard for King. But I mean, I could definitely see myself enjoying this Elaine a whole ton once I actually get her built out. I'm really sad I couldn't actually, you know, get that done before this showcase. I don't know why. Like, surely Netmarble, you'd want to take my money, right? I definitely feel like we could go ahead and kill. We've been actually super fortunate as well with the King merges. That has been really, really nice. Oh, might not be able to actually kill the Elizabeth turn 1. Oh no, never mind that. Yeah, once King actually gets his damage increase from like the first card, he becomes so powerful. Disables buff skills, that as well is really, really nice. Does the... Oh yeah, no, we killed Elizabeth. Okay. Unfortunately, couldn't stop the shield effect there, but in saying that, we can just like kind of move cards around this next turn and we should be pretty much fine. It looks like he's actually gone ahead and used like the level 1 stun as well. Guessing in that case it is a bot. I am definitely seeing Goddess Liz be a little worse as of recent. Like, there are still the teams where I find and she just completely dominates. He gets the really good card RNG and there's not much you can really do, but I don't know. I feel like it is getting a little bit better. She's kind of just like, the power creep has become so immense at this point where like, she's pretty much forced to kind of fall off. So really glad they didn't give her like the super broken Holy Relic card. The super fortunate. Like, and surely we don't get any more Goddess Liz because with the Holy Relic being the increased like 15% increase to shield effectiveness, that means if we get another like Goddess Liz, she is going to have a shield as well. So I pray to God that day never comes. Let's see what the regeneration. Yeah, no, I definitely like to. Maybe I can run Kyo on one of these teams and see if we can get some pretty decent damage. Let's see, throw on the King ultimate off here. What are we expecting? Definitely not a mill. I mean, just over 700,000 on 2 characters. It easily would have had the mill if we had like a Escanor there as well. And there we go. That just about does it for today's showcase. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm definitely going to be doing a whole bunch more of the gold Elaine. Is it the Scent of Spring? Yeah, Scent of Spring showcases. Honestly, she does look fairly good, and I'm definitely wanting to try out a couple more of the fairy units. I mean, the like Festival Gloxinias were probably like my most wanted units in the game. That and kind of like a light type male or a Ragnarok character that helps out with the deer, kind of to the extent that the Magelda does. I mean, I feel like it'll be quite a while until we have that one there, but that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.